Oh, girl, that was your problem. Well, all right. Welcome to Survivors with a Purpose. I am Monica.
And I'm Toya.
I'm Tony.
And I'm Kiera.
And we are Survivors with a Purpose. What is he doing? What is he doing right now? Okay, so this is a special edition. Let me say that first. This is a special edition of Swap Radio. When I initially started the show, I started with Kiera. Okay, so I don't know what Toya's doing today, but she's being special today, and it's all right. It's all right.
You know,
so,
I'm special. I'm the show bus today. Last week it was him. This week is me. I'll take that charge.
So, no, she gets no money for that. That's the wrong one. Yeah, so I started the show with Kiera, and of course we had a great season. And for some reason, I felt like I wanted to rotate, have a different co-host every season. So then became Chanel. I don't know if she's running late, but however, Chanel was the next co-host. And then when the season changed again, we had Toya. Toya act like Toya ain't going nowhere.
Well, thank you.
Toya is here to stay, okay? Y'all have seen Tony throughout. It don't matter what season.
Well,
He don't get it.
I had to make my own horn.
Right. Yeah.
Tony, as my mother would say, is like a piece of furniture. So when I did Women Love Sports too, he was on there too. So, you know.
Furniture.
Yeah, you know, a piece of furniture.
Wherever
You know the
you
ones that
move,
don't.
take 'em with you.
You know what I mean? So,
Get that
them out
special
the truck.
furniture.
Yeah,
That special
old
furniture.
furniture, not the new furniture. Yeah, the old
he just always. If y'all been watching, y'all know he
That
just always
China,
go
that
overboard.
China cabinet.
Did he really need
Yeah.
that? Did
Yeah,
he
that
need
China
that?
cabinet.
Did he need to add that though?
Grandma's China cabinet.
Look, he's still going.
Good job.
I cannot. So before I get into our whole, you know how I do my rundown. How does it feel being the only male at the table?
Oh my goodness.
You better not say dominating. It's like, I'm just
Don't give him no idea.
Oh,
Girl, he's gonna make up a word. Trust me.
No, I
He's
no, I
gonna
wouldn't
make up
say
a
that.
word.
But it's
That's T.I.
it's
Jr.
different.
Oh, Lord.
This is not T.I.'s anything. He makes up his own words. T.I. says real words. Let's go.
Man, he make up words too, but it's different. Especially dealing with them because they always critique the way I talk.
We do
I don't
not.
say nothing. I just listen.
You ain't say nothing today.
Because you didn't say nothing yet.
Exactly.
You just said it's different.
It's different.
Okay, cool. So check this out. As we always, well, you don't have to always lay down with it. What are you doing,
I'm showing the people.
Mr. Burger?
I'm
Oh
showing the
my
people
gosh.
all the women that I'm sitting at the table with.
So anyway, Survivors with a Purpose. They always make me go to the commercial lady. Survivors with the Purpose radio show with the rest of our team will use this platform to bring awareness to many things that our community face on a day-to-day basis. How are you? Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
You've got that part.
Go with
I
that.
don't want to do that. So listen, we are here to encourage, motivate.
Inspire.
Oh, look at that.
And I left.
You were supposed to. Yes. Listen.
I missed the ball. I missed the
You
I had
did.
a
You
blonde
dropped it,
That's
baby.
normal.
It's all
I had a
right.
blonde moment.
You gonna let them say that?
I'm going to get him back. It's going to be a tennis match. Trust and believe. Shots fired.
Oh, look, y'all making y'all gotta look. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop.
Okay.
So listen,
I'm
follow
stop.
the radio show at The SWAT Radio Show on Instagram. We are also on Facebook, SWAT Radio. Hit the like button so you can stay up to date with everything that we're doing. And the next mental health awareness seminar for y'all in denial. We're gonna help you out. Give you the information you need on where you need to go, all your little resources you need. I know I need a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to take Tony by the hand and take him so, he can,
So you're going to be alone.
Take me where?
so we can get some help.
To sit
I
on
don't
the
need no
couch.
help.
Yes,
I'm
you do.
perfectly sane.
Sit
You
on
gotta
the couch.
stop. You gotta stop.
I'm perfectly sane.
And those are always the ones. Those are the ones, isn't it? Come on now. Those are the ones. People say, "Oh, I'm okay. I don't need any help."
Truth.
Okay. All right, so
What's
you can
good?
follow me. Excuse me, sir. You can follow me on Instagram, Monica WLS and the number 2. Someone did ask me what this WLS2 stands for. Women love sports too. That's my brand as well. We love sports. Y'all will not listen. This is preseason. This is the only time I'll say this here. Okay? Just honestly, listen. Before I let her give her, social media, this is the only time I'll say this here because Steelers are not allowed here. God bless you.
Thank you.
We're Ravens fans and she's a Steelers fan. So we will love our football, but it won't be here on Swap Radio. Okay? All right. Just wanted to clear the air. Give them your social media, honey.
You can follow me on Facebook at Latoya Johns Bay. Excuse me. What? Thank you. You know I'm choke all the time. Wait a minute. That's wait a minute. And my Instagram is Bedroom Candy by Toya. Steelers Nation.
That's the last time she get to mention anything about Pittsburgh in here.
It just came perfectly clear.
What?
I know why you confused now.
So hold on before you go there. Tony don't give social media, so we already clear. So you guys don't know because of his government, because he loves to say that, because of his government job, he does not give his social media.
I don't know.
And that's okay. So anyway, I'm gonna slide down to Kiki. What? So that, if you would like to give your social media, you're, more than welcome. I don't know what you've been doing. You're going to have to enlighten us and tell us what you've been doing since, your vacation. And I do call it a vacation because I always leave the door open for people to come back, and host again. So tell us what you've been doing and give your social media if you would like.
Well, I'm currently still in ministry. I'm in classes to become a minister now.
Did you say ministry? Wait a minute, did I say you get baptized?
Yes.
And you didn't invite me? I feel offended. That's what I am.
I did post it on Facebook.
Girl, I don't get to see everything.
So next time I know to just personally reach out to you.
Yes, gosh.
I'm so sorry. Please
I'm
forgive
offended.
me.
I'm offended. I'm really okay.
Just say you forgive me, please.
I
Online.
forgive you.
Thank
I forgive you.
Thank you very much. I feel so much
I
better
still
now.
wanted to be there. Okay, go ahead.
Still dealing with the driving stuff, CDLs now.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't have it the last time I was here, right?
Well, you talked about doing it, so.
Yeah. Okay, so I officially have my CDL license now.
Okay,
But
congrats,
I'm just
congrats.
pushing the word of God now. Just all I do. I mean,
Okay.
other than, that's what I do.
All right,
All
congratulations. I'm here for it all.
Oh, and my social media is just Kiera Phillips. That's only also Facebook because my Instagram page got lost somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. But anywho, it's Keiria.
It got lost.
And that's Phillips.
You forgot your password or it got lost?
Yeah. And then when I try, I don't know, these phones is just stressing me out, like seriously. I tried. So I'm on the one that I restarted. I mean, I started over. Remember we had
Right.
our whole 2-page thing going on. So what I did was, when I went to link back into my phone, it linked me to the newer page. So I was like, okay, God, whatever. That's what you want. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay. All right. Whatever works, honey. As long as you're connected in some kind of way,
Right.
I guess. I don't know. I just want you guys to know them letters look good right
Yes,
there.
they
Look
do.
At that, look at that. Oh, I'm sorry.
By your very own.
So, yes. Talents. Yes. Look at Tony. Tony is not impressed. He wants us to talk about him. He's one of those, you guys.
See the eye roll? Low key eye roll.
I didn't see it. Let me see it. Oh.
I'm glad that wasn't a real eye roll.
Right, one of the hard
I
ones.
would have some questions. So I'm
okay.
glad that was a semi-eye roll.
You heard it, low
Like a-
key.
Right. High five.
Oh my God. High five from across the room. I cannot stand y'all.
Wait a minute. What
So-
you do the pop and lock in? Pass it down.
Pass it down.
No, ma'am. However, we're going to get started on this first topic here. Oh, Tony has no clue. However, I saw everybody ranting on Facebook, rants left and right about Baltimore City Public Schools asking for fans, portable fans. That's not what I got when I read the article. I don't know if you had a chance to read the article, because I did tell you what we was talking about. So, from reading the article, that's not what's happened. The teachers union asked the community to donate fans so that they can basically, they didn't say these words, but I'm saying these words, be proactive. So if they have the fans already, when they get too hot in the buildings, just hook them up. The kids that have the fans. That's what I'm guessing, because the school board did not ask for anything.
Now,
So a teacher, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So a teacher asked this.
The teachers union.
Union. Okay.
They asked people to donate the fans. You know, last year the kids kept getting out of school early because of the heat. And then there was someone, you know, people like to do it. Oh my gosh, I thought all the schools was gonna have air. Do they know how many schools it is?
No.
And do they know how much money it takes? So they did come up with a plan. Whatever system that they're gonna put in that blows the heat in the air, it's only $20,000, which is cheaper than it would be to put air in each and every one of the schools. So slowly but surely, everyone will have one of those. So,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I read.
do you one of y'all have a problem with asking for a fan? I want to donate a fan.
I don't.
So I'm
don't
gonna
mind.
donate at least 2.
I don't mind.
I don't see the problem. The kids have to stay cool.
They need
the teachers
some,
need to stay cool.
Right. They need some air circulating. It's hot in them schools. It's hot.
It's been a long
Like
time since
how
I've
can
been
you
in
focus?
school.
I know one of the teachers had mentioned, you know, that pretty much she can't even focus enough when it's hot like that to teach. So can you imagine what the kids are, you know, doing if they hot? Like
They can't
come
sit
on.
still.
Right, and you
None
know
of
they're
that.
gonna get agitated, and I get agitated if I feel like I'm sweating. And I'm angry, and then everybody's gonna be mad with me because I'm gonna have an attitude.
So
And
I
every
think
5
everybody should donate a
seconds-
fan.
Every 5 seconds
what
they
I
want
think.
some water. Can I go to the bathroom? Can I get some water? They hot. Like,
And then
it's
people
hot.
was adding to the mess, talking about now they're gonna add it to the school supply list. Well, I don't know, because I'm proud to say my child is not a Baltimore City school student. Okay.
And I have no more, so I'm done with that. But I don't mind
Well, fans
donating.
don't cost that much.
Right, go right to Family
Everybody
Dollar.
should just
Walmart.
go buy a fan and take it to school.
And take it to the schools. Everybody had that have a child,
It's
or
a
if you have
no-brainer.
multiple
It's just
children.
not even something to be upset about or
It's
arguing
not.
about.
It's
It's
not.
Just do it.
It's for the
It's
kids.
not right. I don't see the argument.
I don't either.
I don't listen. If
I
my
don't see the
child was in the
argument.
city, I'm gonna want to know how can I put
How can
an
I
air
give a couple
conditioner
fans
in her class.
I wouldn't even be inquiring about
I would
the
put
fan.
the
I'd
air
be inquiring about the air conditioner.
Right.
I would be like,
Wall
hey, I would get
units,
one.
because they could be asking for wall units. I mean, window units, but
Yeah,
they're
window
not.
units,
They're asking
right.
for fans. They don't cost but so much.
Yeah, they only
And
like
you
what,
get
$10,
affordable-
$12?
Get a portable air conditioner for like $75 to take to the classroom. That ain't
Yes, big government.
It got nothing to do with government. Normal people.
Walmart.
I mean,
What's-
people,
Home
So
with
you
Depot.
think people who government?
People waste that kind of
No,
money.
people.
on
That's what I was about to
frivolous
say.
things.
People buy
I was just
marijuana,
asking.
drinks,
Well,
whatever.
Weave.
Listen, I'm okay with getting the air conditioner. Remember, I just said that.
Yeah.
Right? But I won't pay $75.
It's a portable unit.
I don't care.
I mean, it is what it
I won't pay
is.
$75. I'll go to a thrift store or something.
Well,
Maybe scratch
At
and
least you're
dent.
talking about giving one, you know.
Right.
That's all
Yeah,
that
maybe
matters.
scratch and
However
dent,
you
but
see fit. I was just saying for a brand
$75.
new portable unit. That's all
That's
I was
a-
saying. It is a lot, but you can go down to Second Chance and get an air conditioner for like $35.
Right.
Yeah, see,
Or the pawn
that's what I'm
shop.
saying.
Right.
Scratch and Dent is a good place. Y'all ever been to Scratch and Dent?
I heard them.
I don't want to be promoting them. They didn't pay us to do that. But it is a nice place on Broadway. You
Okay.
know, they dent the box, you can buy it. I'm just saying. It won't be full price. Just look around. Just look around.
That's good to know.
It is.
Somebody probably need to know.
So I anticipate half a days for the first week of school.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
They getting it.
If they're not giving those fans.
Even if they giving the fans, I think.
They getting it.
Yeah, because it's been hot.
It has. And then when
Extremely
you think
hot.
about it, the temperature outside is going to be totally different from the temperature inside.
Inside,
So it's
mhm.
going to be a little warmer
Inside.
in the building. So,
The
I don't
air need to
know.
circulate because it's just too much. This is too much.
I'm just concerned because I don't know if we're going to go from the heat problem to from the
Air to
air
the
problem
heat.
to the heat problem. That was an issue.
Last year. Yeah.
Well, if they
Big
don't turn the
issue.
heat off, the heat stay on. What they do, and this is not talking about a job, government in general. They got a set date. It's normally November the 22nd
My
to April
birthday.
15th. That's when they turn the heat on. When it's no school during those times, no buildings open, whatever, they turn it off or they scale it back. That's how you get the pipes that freezes and breaks. The heat units get cut off because once they get cold, they can't start back up. They run off of diesel fuel. So if they don't scale the things back, you won't have a heat problem. But they think that's their way of saving money. But they don't, and then that's somebody that's sitting behind a desk that never been out there in the field working or know how diesel fuel operate.
Right.
Because whether you turn it off, you leave it run, it's gonna burn the same. You're not gonna save no money.
Thanks for educating me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
well, y'all know how much I complain about my daughters keeping the house on negative 55. I'm in there with a comforter on my bed in the summertime. Listen.
Oh, that's the way I sleep.
Me too.
Listen,
It gotta be
it be
cold.
freezing in there. I don't want to get up to go to the bathroom. Listen, I don't want to do none of that. But when I went home yesterday, I was so mad because it was so hot in there. What y'all trying to save on? Y'all don't pay the BG. All I ask is that you turn it up a little bit. Put it on 72 or something. Not when I come in here, I see it on 60 or 55. What are you doing?
That's Eskimo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
My
that's
unit
Eskimo.
never get that cold, ever.
Man, I'll go in the house as soon as I'm in there, chill bumps. No, that is too cold. Oh yeah, look, my daughter is in here. So, she is at the station today.
Peeking
So
around.
Right.
she wanted to be known like yes, she definitely do. Like it's ridiculous. I think the dog be barking sometimes because he cold. I'm serious. But anyway, it's good to know we're all on the same page. I was hoping one of y'all would disagree. Forget those. But nope, y'all didn't do that. We all agree. So that's cool. I appreciate that, you know. Questions, since we talking about schools. Did the rec centers ever open? Or when was it supposed to open?
To my knowledge, only a few open. It wasn't all rec centers, all hours of the day like they claimed it was going to be. Only a few open from like 6 to 10.
That's
Oh,
6 to 10. So who child be out at to 10 o'clock?
Mine stayed
It
open.
wasn't really open for the children. If you go to them rec centers that was open, you seen grown as adults in there playing basketball,
playing basketball.
and stuff.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and
Well.
it was
That's how it's
charging.
always been.
And it was charging them.
At certain times.
Yeah, they charged them like $1 or $2 or something to get in. So
So they still charging to get in the. See, this when I was growing up, you're a little bit, right? What the? I'm trying to figure out what that was for. But I was okay. So when I was growing up, see, when I said when I was growing up, then I heard the cash. So very okay. It might have been different when he was growing up because he's a little bit older than me, but. I mean, a lot older than me. But when I was growing up, the younger children could come in there to a certain point. Then from 6 o'clock on, it was the adults.
It was adults.
So, people 18 and older. So why open the rec from 6 to anything? It was opening for the adults. I'm just trying to understand.
all the rec centers I seen, the people that was going, 6 to 10.
Wow.
And
I
the
haven't
ones around
seen
my
no
way,
kids. I
they
haven't
didn't never
heard.
close down, so.
I haven't heard nobody saying their kids was in summer camp at the rec centers. I haven't seen no rec centers open. And I travel the city pretty heavily. And
I try to stay away from the city.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I love the city just to go to work.
And
What?
I
I'm
live in the city.
serious.
Right.
So, like I said, the ones around my way, they was open no matter what. So, I can't answer that question.
you probably live in a predominantly rich neighborhood.
I swear I don't.
She said, I swear I don't.
I live right by the racetrack.
Predominantly rich neighborhood.
Not that side, the hood side. not Northern Parkway side. I live on the Belvedere
She
side.
made it clear for y'all, the hood side.
Not Northern Parkway, not Jewtown, but Belvedere. That's the side I live on.
Oh yeah, you in the hood.
Right. So yeah.
That's the hood. We're going to drive around. We're going to do a
CC
documentary. Y'all don't know what y'all talking
CC
about.
Jackson was open, but where I used to live at, my whole neighborhood is gone. The 4700 block and the 4600 block of Park Heights is
Everything
gone.
So
It's
listen,
gone.
I seen them turn that down this summer. That all them Park Heights blocks. I seen them turn them down this summer. But CC Jackson ain't one of them stars or something funding that place.
What's those?
Stars like
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Is it Car-
The,
it's not Carmelo, is it?
the baseball player, Iron Man, whatever his name is.
Cal Ripken.
Yeah,
I knew it. That's why it's open.
he funding it.
Carmelo Anthony let Under Armour have that little building. Is his
Oh,
name
inside.
still a part of it? Because I
Yeah.
could have sworn the Under Armour.
Oh, wow.
It don't have nothing to do with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
they took it down.
It's not down. Under Armour's
Under
building.
another name.
Okay.
Under Armour own half the city.
Yeah, they do.
Well, let me reach out to them, see if they can help us with this mental
these
health
fans.
awareness event.
But yeah, Kyle Ripken sponsors CC Jackson.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Okay, they got.
Because the city ain't kicking out no money. That's what it come down to. They stood in
But
front and
let's
told us
think about it. Do the city have the money?
they have the money.
You sure? Because people
They
been
have-
having
they-
their hand all in the pot, and
Listen,
They just don't. They're not putting it where it's
they didn't
supposed to
take
be.
it.
The
But
city-
listen, when y'all say people not putting it where it's supposed to be, you have to know where the money's supposed to be. If I give you a grant for $50,000 to start your business, don't take some money out of that grant money because you have to say what you spent it on.
No, all receipts.
Don't take no money out of that and go pay your bills at your house
No, it's
because
all
then
receipts.
you're going to have to come back off that grant money. So
You gotta give it back, right?
I don't know. When they giving money for certain things, they have to use it for just that. So somebody can say, well, the city just got a federal grant for this, and this, but it didn't have nothing to do with rec centers.
Well, they gave them a federal grant for the schools, and when it came down
For
to
what?
question that money, they gave all the money back because the money wasn't utilized for what it
Right.
was supposed
The
to
rest
be
of it.
utilized.
But see, that isn't that the same thing I'm saying.
but
When they
I'm
give you a
saying it-
grant for something, you have to use that money for exactly what
You-
it's
you-
that's what I'm
given for.
saying. I'm saying like you supposed to, but the city has been notorious for not doing it, and there's no accountability on the books. You know what I'm saying? So until someone questions it, they're basically dividing the money to where they see fit for the money to go. And then once it get questioned, then it's like, oh, this, that. Like, case in point, let's go way back to 2012. I ain't even gonna get on that subject. 2012, the federal
Y'all
government gave
don't bring up Mayor Pugh because her books was
No, not even
legit.
just her, but
Listen,
then,
Okay.
all the mayor.
Yeah.
But in 2012, the federal government gave the city fire department money to replace their breathing apparatuses and the things, all that stuff that's got to do with their breathing apparatuses. They took the money and used it to hire the shortage of firefighters that they had. Is what they used the money for.
Where
Come
can I
up to
find this article?
2016.
I just want to know
when-
if you just making this up.
No, I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. It's
it
legitimate.
sounds too accurate.
So
Listen,
in
you don't
2000,
know. Tony can talk some accurate
Oh,
stuff,
wow.
and it don't.
no, I'm telling you the truth. In 2000,
I just want to look it up. I can't get the proof. Jesus.
She try to get the receipts. Run the receipts off.
Yeah. Listen. And I'm not just saying you, because some people seem to make up in their own head
Yeah.
Stop.
things, or they make these assumptions and don't know. So you know me, I'm always gonna do it. But I don't care what we talking about. You know we was talking about the guy shooting and all that. I listened to your whole entire story and then I spit back exactly what you said. And it didn't go good for you. Did it?
it wasn't good for me. It didn't fit into what you wanted to come out of it.
We'll bring that up later. However,
You see, but I go.
did they make something public to
sitting here
say
be
that
like,
they used the money to hire
Where the popcorn?
fire?
No, so what happened was the people was getting it was an article put on the Baltimore Sun about the money, but I don't remember exactly what the article was. But if you
But see,
Google-
listen, I can type an article.
You see this?
Diamond K types articles.
if you can Google,
But if he don't have facts, he better not type
it's
that
facts,
article.
because
I'm
all
just
the
saying.
people who
You gotta have receipts. You can't just say, "Listen, I'm not gonna type something and be like, oh,
Where's my
'cause,
lemonade?
Tony
Look up
is over
Baltimore
there
City Fire
cheating with that
Department
girl.
breathing
He
thing
cheating with that
replacement.
girl. I can't just type that. Where my receipts at?
Right, you need facts. I get it.
So that's what I'm
Well-
asking you. What did they put something out in the media to say? Oh yeah, we found this in an investigation that they
it
hired.
wasn't no investigation. The fire department used the money to hire the shortage of
So
firefighters
what proof
they
do you
had.
have that they did
So in
that?
2016, they replaced all of the breathing
Apparatus.
apparatuses. And
not
someone
listening to me.
questioned, why is it being done now when the money was given to them 4 years ago? And that's when the article came out. It was never an investigation.
So they don't know.
No,
They just making
wasn't
an
even,
assumption.
It wasn't even an article. The fire department released
A statement.
saying the money allocated to them at that point, they deferred it to take care of a need in the fire department. That's what the statement
But
was.
both of them was a
So I need
need.
you to
You
be
need
a
a
more
breathing
accurate listener.
apparatus.
I asked you, did they put out something? Did I not say that? Did they put out something to say, oh, well, we
You
didn't
said
use
an
the money?
investigation. It wasn't an investigation. It was just a statement.
Before I use the word investigation, Mr. Tony.
You got the thing. Google it. You'll find the story.
Yeah, but when we having the conversation, I shouldn't have to Google. But I'm gonna check
Well,
behind you because I don't trust.
If
I don't trust your
had
word.
known that this was gonna come out, I
We
would
never
have
know. We
researched
have a
the story.
conversation every time.
So when we supposed
Look.
to bring an encyclopedia of all the stories that went on in the world for the last 10 years?
When the last time you saw an encyclopedia? Listen, see, this is
When
what
I went to
go
my
through.
aunt's house a couple weeks
This
ago.
is what I go through
No,
every
listen, though.
Sunday.
Listen,
Where is the
because-
popcorn and where is the lemonade?
No, listen though, because
Listen, Tony, I'm just glad it's you and not me.
when he no, because when he say, when the whole thing is, if you bring up something, you have to have receipts. You have to have proof. You can't just spit stuff to us and we go, oh, okay. Prime example, and I'm not bringing up these people no more because she don't get no shine on my show. Tony's cousin told
It's
me.
your cousin too.
Tony's cousin had me on here, allowing her to call in and discuss this man that's supposed to be. And I said, this man, see how I didn't say his name?
Wow.
That was supposed to be abusing her daughter, allegedly, I'm going to say, allegedly abusing her daughter. And I haven't heard anything else about it. I have Merlin case searched it. This man don't have no charges or nothing. However, you use my platform to discuss the abuse. So I have a problem with that. She brought me all of that. But what I should have said to her was, where are your receipts? So that's why I'm asking you for receipts, because she messed it up for any and everybody. I need receipts. So when you say that the fire department did something, sir, I just want to be able to, you should be able to back it up. Oh, yes, because they posted on April 16th of 2003.
Well, I'm gonna go hop into my time machine and go back.
Why? When you have that expensive smartphone.
Your tablet costs more than my smartphone.
This is a gift, so I didn't pay for it. It's all right.
That was a gift
Oh,
from
Anyway.
my government
You
job.
see?
So another major point that I was making was, he said he didn't know he was going to talk about this, but we started out talking about schools and fans. And now we talking about the fire department
and breathing
deferring money.
Breathing
So
apparatuses.
when we come here, I like to have it as a conversation. I like that type of setting. So we end up talking about different things. So are you donating fans? Let's get back to the fans.
Donate fans to what?
Jesus.
Whatever school your child goes to, or your niece.
If they have a
Nephew.
rally, you gonna donate the fan. You gonna go there and donate the fan.
I'm gonna donate 2 fans. I already said that.
I'm gonna see what the school system gonna do first before I donate anything, because from my understanding, based on what you said, they don't want the fans.
I didn't say they don't want. See, he don't follow.
Yeah, they claim that the electrical grid can't support the additional
All the fans.
electricity.
They lie.
That's Baltimore City.
That's a lie.
Fan don't do nothing.
Right. How much power
All
does
the
a fan take?
computers and other food.
So wait a minute. So the fans gonna do that. So what's gonna happen when they put those units in?
Right, the ones that's blowing out the heat and the air.
That's why they don't want them to have wall units, they said,
Oh.
because of the electrical
Window units.
output.
Wow.
It's old and it's not going to support the additional.
Your children and nieces and nephews gonna be hot.
Who said my daughter going to city schools?
Well, fine. Your nieces and nephews and your little cousins gonna be.
Well, all of them got parents.
So no fan not gonna be donated from you? No.
I'm gonna donate a fan.
Just get them the little personal fans so they can do like this.
And put the water at the bottom. So there's no egg in it.
You know,
Listen, y'all, we Listen. We not making. We playing with Tony. We not making fun of the situation. That's for sure. Because I had,
It's not fun.
It's not.
I had children. All 4 of my children were in the city city schools, but I got this last one out of there. Yeah.
Well,
Why is Tony looking at me like that?
You keep pointing at me.
I didn't point at all. Listen, y'all, Tony.
They just antagonizing me. Hey,
Tony feel
listen,
like we ganging up on him.
they antagonize me. If y'all tuning in, this happens every week.
It does not.
It does. I just have not said
Why are you looking
anything.
at me?
I have not said anything for them to attack the way that I talk.
Why is he looking at me?
Because she's the head antagonizer.
Oh my! Look! See?
You better go
Look
to
at that.
Father Below like I
The
did.
Lord don't like them
you
liars.
what?
Look at you lying.
I ain't lied about nothing. It's the truth.
He knocked that phone down.
No, I gotta get in my comfortable stance.
Oh, he getting protected.
Yeah, I gotta get in my comfortable
He getting
stance.
protective.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that phone fall again, we know who did it. Just saying. Get yourself together. You all right?
Y'all just pray for me.
So here on Swap Radio, Tony is soliciting prayers. He really.
You can now call.
I got the collection plate too.
We sure do, and that'll be Cash App Women Love Sports Team. I'll make sure he gets something.
His 10%. His 1%.
Listen. If you really need a prayer, she got you. We right here. Listen. See, you gonna laugh if I do what I say. I like. Kiara got you. Listen.
So you're not talking to that.
He don't want the prayer.
You're not
No,
talking.
because
lying.
I'm not gonna put my religious thoughts on her. I'm gonna let her spirit stay pure.
On who?
Kiara.
Oh gosh, yeah, we not turning this to a religious show. Cause he
We're not.
oh gosh.
Listen.
Hey, Facebook.
No religion, no.
We ain't talking about
You
religion.
ask for a prayer and then don't want the prayer. Then want to talk about.
religion.
I don't want to
You
put
don't
my
have
religious.
to pray for me out loud. You can pray for me in your mind. You don't have to go, oh hallelujah. The praise was.
Oh,
You can sit
hallelujah.
Right here and look.
That's
at the
how you
person
start
and
the
talk to
prayer.
them and be praying in your mind. Am I right, Miss Kiara?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay then. Next topic.
Ain't no next topic. You don't control this. If
Hallelujah.
I want her to pay for these hosts, these hosts need to be prayed for.
Hallelujah.
He needs Jesus in his life, and I don't know why he won't accept them. You need to accept them. It's okay. Just throw your hands up. I have the Lord in my life, baby. You need him in yours, but
need
we
him
gonna
more.
go. I need him more. I have him.
You need him more.
How much more can I have him, baby?
You need him more.
I don't understand.
You can have him more abundantly.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
So what beliefs you gonna say to her that for you to say that? Then I'm confused.
We're not talking about religion.
Oh, now we not talking about it. Let's talk about baby mamas. No, we're focused. The
No
focus
child
is
support.
no. Those are topics that we get fussed at about, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with child
Yeah,
support.
That's
I don't want to do that.
That's a
So we
famous
squared
one.
away with the teachers in the schools, right?
Yeah. That topic is.
I'm scared to ask Tony how y'all gonna, what y'all think should happen, like as far as crime. What is a way to? I don't know. I don't know what they want the police to do. People keep saying the police this, the police that. The best the police can do, in my mind, is to catch the person after they do it.
That's it.
Like I mean, I
Or
don't know.
diffuse the situation before it escalates even more.
But how can you if you're not there?
Right.
Like I overheard on the news this morning that somebody was shot while they were sleeping in their car. So maybe he was too drunk and decided he was just gonna sit in his car and go to sleep, and they shot him.
That's
In
crazy.
the car. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So how do you,
Wow.
how do you? I don't know how they can stop a crime before it happens. People feel like all these police should be on the street, walking around, and How about
much-
tell
You can put
law?
a
much
million
pressure on
police on
them.
the street. It's not
They
going to
put
stop crime.
too much pressure on the police. All right, they are people just like we are. Everybody
Right.
need to start taking
Right.
accountability for their own selves.
That's the
That's
issue
right.
That's
right
the
there.
issue.
That's right.
Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
People
And there's
need to be
no one-
accountable for their own actions
their children.
and their children actions. Because contrary to pop belief, and it's gonna be a lot of people that say, "Oh no, not me," but somebody and their mother and their father, their aunts, their uncles, somebody out there, child is coming in the house every day with extra money, drugs, and guns,
And they
their
helping them
parents
spend it.
know.
Right.
They know that their son that went out and shot somebody, robbed somebody, killed somebody, and they not saying nothing. Friends, homeboys, everybody. It's called accountability.
That's like
only
them
way
kids
it's
on the
gonna
news.
stop.
You know your child.
Right. You do know
You
your
know
child.
your child. It can be a
it's-
crowded anything.
And you can
pick
and
your
you
child
spot
out.
your
Right,
child.
you can
It's
pick them
not
right out.
many people that's gonna turn their child in because they protecting their child.
Yeah, but like that's really not protecting your child. That's like
Lord have
that's
mercy.
letting your child know that that whatever
That
you
phone
do
fell
is
over again.
okay.
That means a lot of people is gonna turn their child.
Oh, they put that. They
We
put
saying that 'cause your
reward
phone
up
fell.
there. Yeah, they put that reward up there. They'll turn their child
Come
in.
get him. Pookie right here in the living room, sleep on the sofa.
Oh nah, we taking that ride. We ain't doing that.
Yeah,
Let's
like,
go.
I mean,
Walking on it. Walk
Like
you in
you're
the
not
door.
going to the pay and think that it's okay to just go out there and do whatever you want to do. Like them kids that jumped that man, that guy that was working with the police department at the
Oh, the
computer
Muslim
tech.
guy.
Yeah, like come on.
For no
Like,
reason.
Is
Walking
they,
out
are they
there.
are they still looking for one more? I know they had two.
They
They
Who they
still
looking for, the
the other
girl?
one. Oh wow, they hard. Oh, they not snitching on their friend.
Yeah.
We all going down.
Listen,
This they
when they go in there,
This is
and they
bigger than
say-
me.
When they
This
go
is-
in there,
Right.
they go in there and they say a crime. What is it called? A hate crime, and they put that video in front of that jewelry. Yeah, they try and use the hate crime because
And it
he was
was.
dressed
I don't
in
think it
Muslim.
was.
But you know what? When you put that
Yeah,
in
I
front
think it
of
was a
jewelry,
crime of opportunity. I don't think they was like, oh, he a Muslim. Let's,
Yeah, I
let's
don't
go
think
get
that's-
him.
yeah,
I don't think
that
that's
was
it.
Well,
thinking
But they
that.
probably try to
we
use
can
it.
speculate that.
But we
'Cause
don't
like
really
I
know.
said last week,
I just
we
didn't
don't
know why they was
what
out that
in
time in
their
the morning.
mind.
Right. Like where was your
We
parents?
don't know what was in their mind, so we can only speculate that wasn't it.
Right.
But if you put that in front of a juror,
Or they gonna eat it up.
Right. They gonna
Yeah,
use
they
it.
gonna eat that up.
They gonna
Yeah.
use it.
yeah.
Well, they should have attorneys, and when they're, from my understanding, I've never had to experience anything like that, but from my experience, yes, no, they're not gonna pick a whole jury of white people to
But they don't.
decide these children.
They gonna pick a jury of women,
Because of the mothers.
moderate
Right.
income people. You know, well they call us
People
low
who-
income,
who's able
but
to
moderate
sympathize
income
with
people. Yeah, people that sympathize.
The
with
defense attorney was the prosecutor ain't looking for that.
He looking to burn them. That's what he doing.
Right.
But the prosecutor has the more say over the jury than the defense.
It's a 50-50.
They both get to choose. They can pass on
I
this
don't
Right,
know,
it's a
'cause when I
50-50.
sat in front of that jury, that prosecutor said he don't want yay, 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 and yay, and everybody that they questioned, he didn't want in there. They pretty much.
But they had a reason. The defense got to have a reason as well. You know what I mean? So it depends on what the nature of the crime is. If it's a police officer involved, they're gonna be like, "How do you feel about police officers? How this? How that?"
Right.
How they answer the questions.
I don't know. I think they were trying to hang me. They was trying.
It was
to
the
get
time
me.
to kill. No, I'm joking.
No.
Listen,
It was
why?
for simple possession of marijuana. It wasn't nothing.
Wow.
Possession with intent was what it was.
So you went to jury trial for that? Didn't you have it? Accountability.
It starts with you.
Right.
Listen, I did not deny having it, but
Say nothing. You didn't say that
no,
now.
I'm gonna say the same. I'm gonna say the same thing I said. Then.
Right, you better keep that same energy.
I never denied not having it. I had it, but
Okay.
they didn't have probable cause to search my car.
Oh.
They did. They
Which
did.
cal was that?
And then he
Was it the
unlocked
Michael Jackson
glove
car?
compartment.
You had 10.
Nope.
You was fishbowl.
That car was fishbowling. I had my black Buick. I was fishbowling. I had just had my surgery on my foot. I was working for the city still, and it was in the glove compartment,
What they
locked.
say, you know what
Locked.
they say, when all
Yeah, it was in the glove
So
compartment.
you was
locked.
smoking it?
No, I don't smoke. I never smoke.
So why were you? I'm just asking
Listen.
now. Listen, your
No.
trial is over.
You was transporting.
See, look.
No,
Your
listen,
trial is
I
over.
was legitimately selling it. It was,
Oh,
yeah,
legitimately. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
No assumption.
no
No assumption there.
Y'all taking this.
Oh,
I was
okay.
selling it. It was no cause about it. I was selling it.
He said legitimately. Oh, okay.
No, I never doubted not carrying. I told everybody that I was selling it. The car was parked. I rest in the car and locked the door. No. Listen.
He rested in
I
the
rest in the car and locked the glove
supposed to
compartment.
be
Right?
saying reach.
Listen to the story.
But he ratched in the car.
I rest in the car. I locked the glove compartment.
He said it.
I went and sat on my steps because I was in front of my house.
The same steps where the boy came out the alley. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I locked it. I sat on my steps.
I love it.
I get up. I'm on crutches. I go to the corner. On my
Look
crutches.
at him.
The bottom corner. Pulaski McHenry, right? I'm
Medical
standing
marijuana
there.
before it
A
became.
sergeant that I have had numerous accounts of interactions with.
I count.
Listen, I'm not even gonna say his name because I'm not giving him the knowledge.
Okay.
But all my
The
friends
glory.
that grew up with me know who this person is.
Okay.
He came up. He said, "Where the rest of your little clique at?" I said, "My cousins. They're wherever they choose to be." He was like, "Come on, where your car?" I was like, "My car parked in front of my house." He put me in handcuffs. They picked me up. It was a big guy. Picked me up and set me on the trunk of his car because my foot was in the cast. They drove me up there. He went up there, took the key, unlocked the glove compartment, went in there and got the marijuana. He didn't have no right to do none of that, but he consistently challenged me, bullied me, like went at me. So when we went down, they dismissed it. I sat down.
Did you
got
get
my
your
jury
marijuana
trial.
back?
I didn't get my marijuana back, but I got my money back.
Okay.
But I sat down with a jury trial, and I went through the whole thing. And
So that's before we had the infamous.
halfway through, one of my coworkers came and testified that he brought my city work ID down to the central garage and told him that I got caught in a city vehicle with marijuana, but I was out injured. I swear before Christ on this. But I was out injured, and my coworker came down and testified that.
Would that be discussing religion? Okay.
And my coworker came down and testified that, and the judge was like, "Hold up." He took a brief recess. They went in the back. I don't know what was discussed. When they came out, my lawyer said, "It's in your best interest to say not guilty when this judge come out here." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because he's dismissing the jury. He's going to have a bench trial. He's going to go on the evidence alone, say not guilty." They came out, they dismissed the juror, they did the bench trial, said not guilty. The judge said, "Charges dismissed," and I walked out the door. He dismissed.
So did you keep your city job?
Because the witness
Did you
lied.
keep your city job?
I had a 30-day suspension pending termination until that transpired out. Then when it was dismissed, they gave me my job back.
Even after the fact that they, that was
But they didn't
said in
know.
open court.
Yeah, they didn't know that I was selling, but they didn't. The job itself didn't know that I was selling. Huh?
You know now.
Right.
I don't work for the city no more. Yeah.
Now you work for the
But
government.
after
Right,
that, when
government.
I came back from injury, because I was out on injury, after that, when I came back, they sent me for so many drug tests. I was pissing my stomach lining. Like, I didn't have no more to piss. I was taking the
How
drug
do
tests
you-
like every week.
Piss your stomach lining.
I just like to know too. Like,
It's a figure of speech.
What figure? I've never heard anyone say that.
I know.
You
I know
never
when
heard
you
no one say
vomiting,
anything you hear me
go-
say.
Vomit to line up your
I know
stomach,
you
but
be making.
not- I
You
never
never
There we
heard
go.
anyone say
There we
anything I
go.
say.
Don't even
I
be
make
making
up stuff as I go.
You see
As you
why
go
I
along.
say
Clearly.
T.I.
Okay, so
Listen,
now I know
that's
which
T.I.
that
Not
is true.
T.I. Stop
No, I'm not
relating
talking
him
about
to
my
T.I.
stories. They
No.
be legitimate. I'm talking about my words.
His words, he can never find the right words. But stop relating him to T.I. T.I. is
Can I say
very
auntie?
educated. His
I'm very
words-
educated. Don't doubt my education. I'm
His
just a
words-
country boy that talk any kind of way.
Well, your word bank needs to be.
It's magnificent.
Depleted.
My word bank is magnificent.
It is not.
It is too.
Depletion. Wait, the ching.
Did you reach around? Can you reach around and get that button, please?
You didn't use it in the right
Cha-ching.
term. That's country talk. Wretched is a real word. It's country talk.
Good night,
I
Tony.
I retched.
I reached
Good
for
night.
this pencil.
Okay, so listen, we know Tony was one of the problems in the community. He just told us, he was selling marijuana, right? He was one of the problems. So, what do y'all think can be done to help? Nobody has really I don't want to hear anything from you just yet.
I just told you accountability.
You didn't tell me. You didn't even take accountability. You wasn't even
I
trying
did
to.
take accountability. I never denied selling it. That wasn't what my beef was. My beef was they took me away from my car and took me to my car and went into a locked glove
They took you
compartment
from
to retrieve something that they needed a warrant for.
He didn't say reached, retched. He said retrieve. Hey.
Your word bank is getting better. It's getting better. We're about to use sight words. We're gonna put sight words
listen,
on the
anyway.
Yellow.
So he can have
The
it.
color
Excuse me.
purple.
So what do you ladies think can be done? And to help. I always say when they do the mentoring, they always mentor the young people, but then they leave them alone at 18. It's okay, well 17, that's it, I'm done. You can't do anything else. I think they need some type of mentoring for men, but I see a lot of women getting involved too, because there's a lot of women being shot and killed or whatever. So I think they should still, somebody, I'm not saying me because I have enough on my plate, but somebody needs to start a mentoring program that carries them through that early adulthood, from 18 to 25.
Speaking of what you just said about them dropping off, my son, he had a mentor, and then once everything was said and done over with, and he was, cleared, the mentor was like, all right, bye.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they leave them at that point,
At that
When
point,
where
when
they
need 'em
really,
most.
really
At-
need to
after-
be guided
right.
through the beginning
Yeah, when
years
they
of
need 'em
because
the
that's
most.
when life
After-
really starts.
right
for real.
after-
That's
after
because
the
they got in their
situation
mind that
happened.
once you're 18, you're grown. And the reality of it is.
But he wasn't 18, he was only 16.
Wow.
And once the situation happened and he was done with the situation, he was like, all right, bye. But my son needed some more help after the situation.
Right.
So I'm like,
Right.
what more can I do? I'm not a male.
Right.
Yes,
you can
I
only do
grew
what
up.
you can do.
Yes, I grew
Right.
up in the city. Yes, I grew up where things, where it happened. But
I think that when it comes to that, our men and our women as well, you need to pretty much just take position, begin to stand up for real. Because when we see our younger women and the younger men, when we see them out there, acting out and everything, and we know that we may have been there at one point in time, like instead of just beating them down or talking about them or just letting, just sitting back watching them do it, watching them self-destruct. You've been there and you may not be there anymore. So it's like, lend a hand, like seriously,
Right.
give some advice. Offer some prayer or whatever the case is. Seriously. Because at the end of the day, they mimic what we're doing.
Right.
As adults, they are watching us, and you got a lot of the women out here. You got a lot. I'm not even gonna say women. You have a lot of the girls out here. You have a lot of these boys out here doing whatever it is that they big and bad enough to do. And they have children, and you got nieces and nephews, and they follow them right behind us.
right. And then another situation, how you have your neighborhood arguments and fights and stuff like that. So my oldest son had stepped to the old heads that was out there drinking and smoking. And the old head was just letting everything go on with what was going on. So my son said, "This is what the problem is right now." He said, "When I was, growing up, he's not that old, but he sees the switch."
Change. It was different.
He was like, "When I was growing up, we outside drinking." Old heads outside drinking, smoking. They see something going on. They be
They
like,
gonna
"Hey,
stop
stop!
it."
Don't do that."
Yes.
But you out here antagonizing the situation going on. You up here putting your 2 cents in it, so they can fight.
They acting like the children.
So just why can't you? I'm more of a man telling them to stop to go in, and you up here drinking and smoking and antagonizing the situation going on. So I see why they out here disrespecting y'all because
Yep.
you're not sitting there respecting us. If respect go both ways, I was like, that's my son.
And that's true. That's definitely true.
So, I'm just trying to figure out whatever happened to our pops and our grandmothers and stuff like that. That generation, they gone.
That
right?
village, that it takes
That
a village to
true
raise
village
a child. Yeah.
is
Well,
gone.
nowadays you just can't say stuff to people, kids.
And see, and that's the
Right.
problem. That's the problem
That's the
right
bad
there.
part of it. But from what I see, I think parents need to stop trying to be friends
with their
They
kids.
smoke
Stop clubbing
weed
with them.
their kids. I don't care how old my kids get.
We
are
not
not
doing that.
sitting there and taking a drink together.
No.
There's some stuff we just not gonna do. It's just,
Absolutely.
I don't
No.
smoke anything, so
Stop
smoking
being,
is out.
stop being your children's
But-
friend.
Right.
Point blank. Period.
That whole no,
I'm still
the
your mother.
conversation with people I don't even like, cause my child better not say yeah to me.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
we couldn't say lie in front of our parents, and we still can't say lie in front of our parents.
Like, you call me
And
a
we in
liar?
our 40s. My brother get right here 50. Oh, jeez. Wow, Greg, you old. But no, for real, like, we can't say it. So what happens? My children can't say lie in front of me. There's some things you just can't do.
And Diamond better not
And
say
they just
yeah.
allow it. I don't like that.
I don't. No,
Yes.
I don't even do that. Not at all.
Don't even answer me in text if I say, is it raining? You better not even say yeah. You better say
Yes.
yes. Okay. But they don't have the respect for their parents. They don't have respect for other adults.
Right.
They can see you coming and they still having a conversation cussing. And then I'm, excuse me. See, some people won't say anything.
I will.
I'll say
I
something, but
did.
I'll
I
say
say
it
something.
nicely
I
because
did, and
I don't
I
want to
said
have to
that.
fight nobody's parent. So I try to say it in the nicest way. Sweetheart, that's not ladylike.
Right.
Don't do that.
I never forget the one time I confronted some children in Rite Aids right down Park Heights. They were all in there. The oldest one had to be maybe about 14, and it was the youngest one might have been about 7. It had to be, I want to say maybe 6 girls, and they all in there. Their mouths are filthy, and they just saying whatever they want to say. And I pulled the oldest one up. Baby, come here for a moment, because I wasn't going to say anything, but God was like, I need you to say something. So I did say something to her, and she checked the rest of them. I said, you got that younger one, she's following you around. You have to set a better example for them. I said, you have 3 strikes against you. 1, you're black. 2, you're female. 3, you're young.
Right.
So like you have to set a better example for them because they're
Right.
following you. I said, and I'm gonna tell you something. Be careful about the company that you keep.
Exactly. I tell my
And she
son
said,
that all
yes,
the
ma'am.
time.
It's about your approach. It's about how you're approaching these children.
Yeah. You got, I don't know how some people just allow it. I just can't. I just
you have
can't.
kids.
If I'm old, especially if I'm old enough to be your mother, I cannot have a conversation with you and you doing all this extra cussing. And I be telling some of my coworkers that because yes, you're grown, but I'm old enough to be your mother, so we can't have that
No
type of conversation.
conversation.
Right. So if you want to have that type of conversation, you have to go talk to the people that allow that.
Because
I can't.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
It makes my stomach turn.
Well, why is you listening? I'm sorry. I done said the word. Oh my goodness. Come on.
But yeah.
He want to say something. It's
Told me I couldn't talk.
Oh, you're not on
He in
timeout.
his feelings.
Come on out of timeout.
He in his
No,
feelings.
I'm messing. I was letting y'all go because I got a lot.
Give
to
us a
say
solution.
about it.
No, not a lot. Just give us one solution, Tony. Just one. He got a lot. Give us one solution.
It's not no one solution. It's a multitude of solutions. But one,
Of
the
course
parents,
it is,
Parents
but
got
this
to be
should-
accountable. We already said that. We have to. Number 2, you said we got to stop being
just
friends
said
to our kids, right? Number 3, we have to educate our children, not in the
So that's
schools,
your
in
offer,
our homes.
Is that what you're offering,
It starts
education?
home. It
I
begins
say that
home.
again.
Is that what you're saying? That will help with the crime, education. I just want to know. I
you
just
need
want to be.
educate. Listen, to understand the crime, and this is what our politicians don't get. You have to understand what's the core root of the crime. Where do it start at? The lack of education. It's not young adults that are. No, let me take that back. Young adults. Every time I hit the table, it falls. Listen.
That's the Lord, boy.
The system put us behind because they gave us No Child Left Behind.
Oh
So
my,
now
yes.
the kids, whether they smart or they dumb, they're gonna pass them anyway, right?
50.
So then they gave them the opportunity to drop out of school when they 16.
16,
You see what I'm saying? And you as a parent can't say nothing about it. So right then and there, you got an
Your rights are
uneducated.
gone.
And I'm gonna
Who
go
said
one
that?
further because I don't.
Who said that? My son thought he was going to drop out.
If your son at 16 decides
Right,
here we
to
go.
drop
Like,
out
you're
of
not
school,
grown.
We'll go
the
to school
law
every day
says
together.
You can't do nothing about
Legally.
But I did.
But
The law says
but
that.
I'm the one that carried that baby for 9 months. I'm the one that pushed her out. And
I'm just telling you
I'm
what the law is,
Now, I
because
know
that's
what
what the
you're saying.
children gonna throw back at us,
Right.
right?
They can
So
try.
listen,
They don't know the
so
law
what
until
I
somebody say it to them.
So what I tell
Honestly.
my nieces and nephews, my cousins and everything is, one, And I say this: one, drop out at 16. You're uneducated and you're young, just like you said, and you're black. So what's the next thing for them? They go right to the streets.
Easy money.
And the streets don't love
Easy
you.
money.
That's for
So
sure.
again, because we keep getting off focus. Educate.
You gotta educate. You gotta
I'm just saying, but
educate them.
when you start saying, "Oh, there's drug," they go sell drugs. That's the problem. We want to see how we can fix that, and that's just to educate.
Educate your child. Teach them as African Americans, and I'm saying it because we're all African American in here. They don't teach our kids finances in school,
I was about to say that.
Right.
college,
I don't know.
nowhere.
They told us that.
We need to teach our children finances, credit worthiness
Yes.
in our homes. You see what I'm saying? We need to stop teaching them about Christmas, getting stuff for Christmas. You know what I mean? Because they get the mindset that they always supposed to get
something, right.
And they don't give. They don't go out and earn anything. You know what I'm saying? So that fuels that mentality of, if I can't get it from you,
I want to get it from
Somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so stop right here.
Educate.
Stop. Hold on. Educate. So, have y'all been arrested?
No.
Anybody?
No.
No, you had to think about that.
What you hiding? It's like
I was
no.
detained, but that's
Not arrested.
Okay.
right.
So Tony was arrested. You just had a whole case, right? Because you be trying to go off and you didn't completely answer what I was asking. So we're gonna keep you right there. You said you need to get to the root of the problem, right? So why did you feel the need? You had a city job. Why did you feel the need to sell marijuana and have the city job? Is it because the city job wasn't paying enough? Your mother wasn't giving you, or your father wasn't? What was the root of the problem as to why you went to sell marijuana?
Or was it just to fit in?
No, it wasn't a fit in. I started selling drugs when I was under 18. You know what I'm saying? And it was the addiction to the money. Flat out what it was. It was
The fast
addiction
money.
to the money.
Okay, so
I
let me
left.
tell you.
I went in the military.
Somebody
I don't want it. Hold on. I don't want it to say, because I'm not beating. You the only one here that has been arrested. You gave us the story, so now I'm
It was the addiction
Go.
to the money.
okay. But is it because when you say other children, the parents need to teach? Your parents didn't teach you any of that, right?
Yeah, my mother and my father did everything they could to keep me out the streets, but
But listen to what I'm saying. Listen, follow me. Are y'all following
Right.
me? If your parents did everything everything you saying parents should do for their children, and it didn't work, you still turn to the streets.
And why
they
is
did
that?
everything they could
Right.
do to keep me out the streets.
But why did you turn to the streets?
If they
Because I had
educated
older
you.
siblings that was in the streets that
You was following.
So that
yo,
goes back to accountability.
come sell these
then.
packs for me. You under 18, the police lock
Oh,
you
wow.
up. Mom and dad ain't gonna know
So
because
no
I can
role
sign
model,
you
pretty
out.
much.
That's
you
what it
had
was.
somebody that was just instantly
But
just
he
pull
did
you
have
out
a
there.
role model. He just said his parents taught him.
Everything.
Although your older siblings
It's called choices.
was acting out,
So peer
at
pressure.
some point
Choices.
you
Yeah.
were
You got a
able to
choice.
make the decision. And I'm only going here because I listen to you, and you don't always do. And then I'm always coming back with something. And all I'm saying is, if you're telling us we need to educate our children on this, educate our children on that. Well, my children grown, our children grown.
Pretty
it was
much.
about grown. But this is for everybody, because it's not just about us. It's for our viewers as well. But if you're saying we need to do this, this, and this, and you're saying you already received this, and this, and you still turn to the streets, what happened somewhere around about what else should be said to keep that young man from turning to the streets?
Right.
Because you said you got everything you needed to get, and you still turn to the streets.
Why did you
It's
make
a
that
difference.
choice?
What advice
It's a
could you
difference
give?
between
Right.
giving you what you needed from my parents, which I got, and then you got a sibling that's taking you there and saying, do this for me.
Right.
My situation is different from theirs.
From who?
But somebody else may be
Anybody
in
else
your
in the
shoes.
community.
The
Somebody
same
else may be in
shoes.
your
How do
Right.
you
shoes.
know? Somebody's situation could be the very
The
same.
very same
Yeah.
thing.
You don't
So
know.
So what would
So
you
the
tell them?
ultimate thing for me was that I had to, ultimate. So for me, I had to separate myself from my older siblings and my older cousin.
There you
But
go.
I did not grab that. I did not come to that mindset until I was grown and realized what all was in front of me. Because most people out there that's associated with their family, that's in that lifestyle, is going to put their loyalty with the blood of their family.
So it's about being around like-minded people then. So it's about changing the atmosphere and the people that you decide out there doing it.
So what would you tell your 11-year-old self, the thing that you know now? What would you tell yourself?
It's nothing I could tell myself now at that point in time, because 11-year-old and you giving them $100, they gonna think that's the world. You know what I'm saying? And my mindset now of what I can.
What would you tell that 11-year-old self? Would you tell your 11-year-old self to do it or switch your mind? That's what I'm saying. Tell your 11-year-old self that.
I would tell my 11-year-old self not to do it, but again, you 11.
So why weren't you involved in anything in the rec centers? The rec centers was open when you was 11.
I was doing all of that
and selling drugs. When you find the time?
She's just not listening.
I am listening because I'm from what I see, because I had, I have brothers as well. But what I'm saying is, at 11.
If you're staying productive, how did you get into that?
Where is your free time? You got school, football, or
I
basketball?
I was always put back in that vicinity with my siblings and my cousins.
So
yes.
your household.
Yes. It was always put right back there with them. You know what I'm saying? If mom and dad at work and they got to babysit you, yo, go run these packs.
Right. If I said you was a runner.
Yeah,
right.
And
so they both worked that night.
They were wrong.
They were
dead wrong.
They was running. He was a runner.
Because they was dead wrong because they know what they older children was doing.
The child.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody's situation is different. My situation was convenient for my siblings. That's who benefited from that. Mm-hmm. My parents never knew what was going on.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
They didn't know because they didn't want to know, or they didn't know because...
Listen, contrary to pop belief, you're not going to know. Listen, you got an 11-year-old kid and your brother, you're in the house with your brother or your cousins or whoever, right? And I'm saying, yo, go run this pack for me. So I'm outside, boom. I know mom get off at 4 o'clock. She be home by 4:30. You know what I'm saying? By that time, yo, here go $50. Don't open your mouth. And that's how it is. It's a consistency like that.
Listen, I'm just gonna throw back. I'm throwing only stuff that you already said. Somebody's child is coming in the house with money.
I want to know.
So
where
what was
you
doing?
get it from?
11-year-old. What you doing with $50?
Yeah.
What was your brothers doing? Did they have jobs to disguise them making that money? Come on.
No, it wasn't disguising. Everybody knew what they was doing, but no one suspected.
Everybody except your parents.
My parents knew what they was doing.
Okay.
So then they at fault. They at fault.
Right.
No, we can't say that.
They are at fault. They allowed you around them.
No one suspected that we were selling drugs. When my mother finally did suspect it, she said, if I find out y'all selling drugs, I'm going to turn all y'all mother effers in. That's what my mother said.
Wait a minute.
But she never, ever had concrete proof.
Tony.
Ever.
Tony, your story. Listen, you said everybody knew that they was selling drugs. That's one thing that you said. And then you said your mother didn't know. If everybody knew, your mother knew.
Because they were
you know all the people in your family that's selling drugs. Everybody know everybody in their family that's selling drugs. You was, he moving weight. You feel what I'm saying? He's selling drugs. You wouldn't suspect that he's taking your daughter, your son, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying that she knew that you was doing it. However, I'm not a judge. Hold on. I'm not a judge, but they would be charged with neglect because you left your child with your older child that you know is selling drugs. Right. Anything could happen. Somebody can come rob him, shoot up the front, or whatever the case may be.
But it wasn't how your mindset of the situation is.
It's not a mindset.
You're assuming that he was in the house with us and that she knew. It was not like that.
You were watching.
He was not living with
they was
us.
Watching in your house or not. But if you were
consistency, it wasn't a consistency.
So did she just told him to watch you one day? Well, it don't take one day for something to happen.
If your oldest son come to take your daughter out, be like, yo, I'm taking mini-me with me. You be like, all right, cool, go ahead. You're not gonna know
if he in the street
over to Pennsylvania Avenue.
If he in the street, he can't do that.
Right.
But see, that's your mindset. Everybody's not like that, and everybody's not gonna be like, oh, You know what I'm saying? And today's time was different from that time. You see what I'm saying? We was down the projects with my aunt. You know what I'm saying? And the dope boys in the projects will pay the kids money to take bricks up to the 14th floor.
And they
so
still
when
doing
the
it.
so when the and I'm talking about house bricks. You know, to build your house.
Oh, okay.
They would pay us to take bricks up to the 14th floor, and when the police come in there, we throw the bricks down
And bust them on top of the head.
yeah. But as parents, you don't know that. You said, you kid, I want to go out to the playground, Ma. Yeah, go out to the playground.
Right.
You come to check on your child. You see him carrying rocks and playing with rock. What you
You're
know
not
with the
gonna
rocks,
think he
boy?
driving them on police officers, right?
Nothing. I'm just playing with him. You go back in the house. All of a sudden, you know what I mean? He got up on the 14th floor. You're not going to know that. And I understand what I said. But in the situations are different for each person. In my situation, no one knew that I was doing what I was doing. I was getting my money, and anybody that know me know I still got the first dollar from when I was first born. I odds all my money. You know what I mean? You can't.
I was about to ask you that.
Firstborn?
I was about to ask you how did your wage change from 11-year-old? Because just like you said, when you get $50, 11-year-old is going to be like flamboyant
But
with
see,
it.
Yeah.
my brother was
they don't know
telling
how to
us.
conceal
My
that.
brother
Right.
was telling us. You know what I'm saying? We was getting a little $5 allowance from my dad. You know, my brother was telling us, yo, don't spend this money. Put it up. Sometimes he would take the money and keep it. When I got 18, I bought my own car brand new. I paid cash for it. You see what I'm saying? That was
That's
the money
good.
that
I
built
feel like
for them.
you still got past what I was saying. Though you
No,
still,
I ain't get past
you
it.
still,
I'm trying
you
to tell you.
still, it went that way. It went to the left, or it could have went to the right. But my whole thing is that even if your mother didn't know that you were doing it, she knew that he was doing it. So I feel as though that was negligent of your mother to even know when you said my son. If my son was in the streets and I know this, my oldest son, and he hustling, you can't come get my daughter and take her nowhere.
That's
Period.
you. Everybody's not like
You
that.
keep saying, you know what?
But that-
You know what? He's so
right.
right. He keeps saying that. None of us sitting at this table or we're in this room, for that matter, are alike. So you're right. I definitely agree with that. That can't always be your defense.
It's not a defense, but
It
you
is a
can't
defense,
say
'cause he keeps
you
saying,
can't say what
don't-
you would
hold on.
what you would do. Is
I can
based
only speak on what I
someone
can't
else's
speak what she would
parents
do because I don't know. I can't say what you would do because I don't know.
Right.
As far as me, you brought me into this. You said if your son, so I'm telling you, hell no, my son, if he hustling and in the street, you can't even walk my
can't
daughter
take
to
my
the
daughter
corner
nowhere.
store.
Yeah.
Right, because you don't know what's going to pop
Right.
off.
Anything could happen. I don't know what you did in the street. You could have messed up somebody's package. I don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You could have stole. You could have hit somebody's stash. I don't know. You can't take my daughter anywhere. Period.
But a mother knows. We, and I tell people this all the time. Your routine changes. You may not think your routine is
But it
changing,
does.
but it changed. So your mother had an inkling, but she didn't want to believe it. Because I had an inkling. I didn't want to believe it, and then bam, the situation.
See, and that's how Biggie Mama threw away that plate in the movie. He had that plate under the bed. Y'all act like y'all didn't see
Oh, yeah.
Notorious.
Yeah.
So
But I think what Monica was trying to say to you was, you know, like, what would you tell somebody, somebody's young 11-year-old son or 13 or whatever? What would you tell them not to? I mean, to do things better, not to do things the way that you did it.
right.
Well, so I was doing a mentoring program, and a guy, he's locked up now for murder. I put him
So
on
how
my
can he be a
football
mentor?
team and everything.
Wow.
And he was only 14, and he was going through the same thing. So I was telling him my story. And I was telling him that you're just being utilized, you're being used. You have to get away from that.
Right.
Because eventually you're going to fall down this path. Now, you might not be lucky to make it out like I made it out. You know what I mean? I just kept giving them that. And that's all you can do is give them advice. You know what
And
I
that's
mean?
the best thing we
teach
can
them.
do.
Right. So
Give
how
them
could he?
advice.
Did you give him like options? Like maybe you should, go
I
play.
was going to get him and bring him and play football.
XYZ.
Okay. Well, sometimes you just can't stop things from happening.
Yeah, remember when I was coaching football, I was coaching for Keon and them. So he was seeing other NFL stars. You know what I mean? So we went to the Florida Nationals, undefeated. And I took him with me, undefeated at the Florida Nationals. He got to meet Mike Vick and all them guys like that. And it still didn't stop him because the following summer, he came back, went right back to his cousins, killed somebody. 14 years old.
So
He's in
are
prison
you
now.
still willing to be that role model, to be that mentor for some of the young boys that are out here?
Yeah,
now?
I still do it now in my free time, not as heavily as I was doing it before.
You have free time?
In my free time,
I'm just asking.
in my free time, but I'm not in it as heavy as I was in it before.
Sorry, y'all. Ooh. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm not in it as heavy as I was in before. You know what I'm saying? But it don't. When you talk about trying to change a person, I'm gonna go back to what y'all said about 18-year-olds. You know what I mean? Mentoring 18-year-olds, because it's a group out, and I ain't gonna put them out there to
Yeah, don't be
promote
promoting
them.
people unless
But
they want
they
to pay.
was mentoring 17, 18, 19-year-olds. And the one issue that they had with mentoring them 18, 19-year-olds is at 18, they didn't want to hear it no more.
Because they think they're grown.
'Cause
Think
they
they
was
grown.
grown.
But
That's
somebody,
what that-
somebody wants.
I
to
think
hear
it's a
it.
That's
different-
what that
Right.
safe
I think the
streets is about.
conversation just should change.
Yeah. So I know
The
myself.
conversation should change.
I know
so.
myself. What I would tell, some of the younger girls out here, pretty much that you're valuable. You're worth more than what a lot of the young girls are displaying themselves to be. Pretty much not being out here giving yourself away to people. Not sitting up here wearing no clothes. Pretty much not having no clothes on, and just cursing and all that other stuff. It's not ladylike, for one. For two, and it's like you're worth so much more. And to recognize that you can go so far in life, so I can say that because I know I was once that young girl, and like I said, I was a part of the problem at one point in time. Now, and I would like to just be a part of the solution,
That's
so
right.
I'm willing to, take some young girls under my wing and minister to them and, show them, that it's a
different
better,
way.
it's a better side to life.
All right. Now that's a great way to end, y'all. So before we be cut and we be talking to each other and no longer to the viewers. Okay. That is a great way to end. Kiara, thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
And oh gosh, Tony, Jesus. Y'all follow us on Instagram, the SWAT Radio Show. Facebook, like our page, SWAT Radio. Follow me, Monica WLS. And then number 2.
Latoya Jones Bay at Facebook, Bedroom Candy by Toya on IG.
Thank y'all for tuning in. So again, until next week, remember to walk by faith, not by sight.
See y'all.